Hi everybody, and welcome back to LUNDY'S Wildcamp Stroke Bushcraft, and thank you very much for clicking onto my video. It's well appreciated. So as you can see, I'm back out in my local permission woods at my new debris shelter stroke bushcraft natural primitive build. And anyway, so I'm back out today. As you can see, I've got a nice big burden with us because, as you can see in the title, it's going to be my first night sleeping in my debris shelter. Okay, a few hours time I think my good pal Rooney is going to be joining us as well. I'm not sure what he's sleeping in. I think he's sleeping in a tent or something. He might actually sleep under there. I'm not really 100% sure yet. But anyway, it'd be good to get back out camping with Rooney. It's been a long time. It's been too long now. I'm afraid it's time for me to get back out. So I've done my bit. And anyway, without going on too much about that, as you can see on the walk in, I'll just hide some bits of footage up here. You can see that it's actually quite hidden away from the other side of the stream with the holly bush, and also with all the leaves and that being scattered around on the top of it. So I'm happy with that. Like, obviously dog walkers go up there all the time, and at a quick glance you can't really see it, so that's happy days like. But anyway, I'm going to get myself a drink of water because it was quite a warm walk in. It's Sunday morning and it's nice. It's a cracking day yet again. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay then, so my first task for today is to get all this nice dry bits of firewood out, check all the bottoms of the ground, get rid of all like twigs and things that's going to be possibly going to end up puncturing me airbed, and then just tie off a couple of these loose ends coming down inside, just to make sure that I'm not going to be getting poked in the face with like twigs sticking down and things, just to make that little bit more comfortable and a little bit easier for getting around in. Okay, so I'll not bore you with it. Obviously, as you can see, there's lots of bits and pieces lying around. I've just found that, so I'm going to be using that for something later on, and I'll bring us back when I'm ready for the next stage of the video. Okay then, so as you can see, it's nice and clear in there now. I've got a nice ground sheet to go on the ground in anyway. So, and obviously with all them leaves being off the ground now, it'll help that dry out a bit better as well. Obviously all the leaves underneath it were absolutely bone dry, but obviously the air's not getting to the ground, so it's still a little bit damp. And then also under here as well, if I need to, I can store all my stuff under there nicely, so it's all organised out the way, instead of having a big clumpy burden sat there. But I'll leave that until later on in the day, because I've still got loads of things I need to do around the shelter. Obviously around the back end, down the bottom there, there's a bit of a hole there, so I need to get that filled in, and then I need to start thinking about covering all this up. So I've just been hiding the odd few leaves on here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top end there, get loads of old bits of brackling, get a load of that, just collect it up on me, what do you call it, me Viper poncho top. Just get a load of that and then stuff it in all the gaps where all the foliage is going to fall through, and then start collecting loads of dead leaves and just keep piling it up. But it'll take about 10-12 loads of leaves I think to cover the whole lot, and then that's that task out the way, and then start thinking about doing other tasks like firewood prep ready for tonight. Okay then, so as you can see, I've got quite a nice pile there for getting, obviously it's all dry as sticks, so if I've got some left over, I'll keep it for starting the fire with later on tonight. But if not, not a problem, I've got other sources that I can get more from. But as you can see, I'm just going to move the camera further in. Okay, now as you can see there's lots of little gaps, and there's loads along the top of the shelter as well. So I'm going to neutralise this as best I can to fill in all them gaps there, and then I'll start collecting the leafage and just keep piling it on. It's just to stop the leaves from falling through the main gaps, that's all. All right, hence that's why you need to plug up all your gaps, otherwise it's just going to keep pouring and pouring through until they're finally close together like. But you know, if you can help it from not doing that, then happy days like. Okay then, so there you go, that's just a small batch there of dead brackling that I've just covered on the top of the actual logs, then the small branches, then that. There's still a couple of little gaps here that I can fill in before I start putting the leaves on. But as you can see, the majority of it's done, and then I've just got a few bits to put on the end here as well, which I'll collect off camera and do that, and then we'll start getting the piles of leaves on. We need to have about a good 2 to 3 foot of leaves on the top, just to stop the water from the rain, sorry, from penetrating all the way through. Okay, and we'll get as much as that done as possible as we can today, seeing as I've got plenty of time on my hands before we start doing other tasks, because we need to make sure if it's going to rain tonight that this needs to be waterproofed. Okay. Right, well, I've just stopped for a water break. I don't know if you can see them flying around, but the midges are out already. Look at them, little buggers. Anyway, let's take you around and have a look. Okay then, so we've got 4 loads on there so far, so it's getting there. Obviously that's just like a thin layer all the way around like, and still got all this bit to do, and then filling the gaps down the bottom there as well with loads of bits and pieces and that. But yeah, putting the brackling on top of the twigs has really helped it grip the leaves like and stop them falling through, so I'm happy with that like. But yeah, it's getting there. So I think about another 2 loads on this side, and then another 1 or 2 across that patch that I've already done, and that should be okay, sufficient for tonight. And then another 2 loads over the far side. Oh, happy days like. But tell you what, it's tiring work when it's warm. So, and it's definitely warm like, because the mozzies are out, and guess what, I haven't brought any mozzie and propellant. Okay, well, I was just sitting there having a 5-minute rest and getting some fluids in my system. A comment that came from one of my subscribers, Brian Palmer, came up with a great idea, because every time I walk up towards my shelter, all I can see is the little white stumps where the wood's being cut. So all he says was to get a bit of charcoal out the fire pit and colour in the ends. And yeah, absolutely brilliant idea, mate. Thank you very much. That works a treat. You can't really see them now from a distance. Obviously I've missed one there like, and one there, but as you can see, and what I've done is I've left this nice big one just to show you, a bit of charcoal out the fire when it doesn't crumble in your hands like, and just keep colouring it until it's all gone. So got a fire pit down here with plenty in, so just get it, colour in, and it's a bit of the old sayings from the army for your camo, all right, which is shape, shine, silhouette, spacing, movement. Okay, so that's breaking up the shine, isn't it? So happy days. Don't know why I didn't think about this in myself, but anyway, cheers, Bri. Absolutely brilliant little nugget of information there, mate. Just helps it blend in a bit better, doesn't it? Happy days like. So there we go then. All right, Brian Palmer, thank you very much, young'un. Thank you very much, mate. I mean, all right. Well, you might be younger than me, I'm not really sure like. Anyway, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Okay then, so let's have a look inside the actual shelter itself, and let's see if we can see any daylight. So it's looking quite good actually. There's quite a few loads of leaves went on it. Obviously there's a few gaps up the top there, as you can see. Now I've put it inside the shelter, that's much better that. Yeah, there's a few gaps up there, but other than that, happy days like, happy days indeed. Now this area here is looking a lot much better for lying in. so you could easily fit somebody going from there to here easily, getting a bit of warmth from the fire just there, and then still use that area there for wood storage. And also, if it's Rooney, it'll be a sound barrier because he's snoring's terrible like. He's still not here, by the way. I'm doing all the graft, but never mind, he'll be here soon. But as you can see, it's a very, very warm sunny day, so happy days. Okay, a couple of more loads of leaves and then I should be finished that, and then I can start prepping some firewood. Right, there you go, that's it, finally finished. There's enough leafage on there to give it a good start. Sorry, I'm just going to move the camera, but I'll put it on the tripod so it might get clipped. There you go, absolutely superb like. Oh, and also a little bonus, while I've been picking up all the dead leaves off the ground, I've been finding all this bits of wood lying around within the leaves, and it's all nice and dry, so that's even better. Oh, right then, well, Rooney's on his way now, so he should be here in about another 20 minutes I think. So I'm going to sit and chill out for a bit, get my thoughts together, think about what I'm going to do next, and get some fluids down my neck. It's absolutely red as the day, but I'm working as well like, so, but what a glorious day, and I'm in the woods. Couldn't think of anything better. Happy days. Okay then, so that's my pit sorted out for tonight. So my sleeping system I've got the Trekology, oh there's a few bits and pieces on there. I've got the Trekology mat and pillow, then I've got my British Army basher, then I've got my OEX 4 Seasons sleeping bag inside of there as well. I tried putting the Trekology mat into the bivy bag, but it just, I was quite surprised that it just leaves hardly any room whatsoever. But I brought this ground sheet where it is, and it's actually the perfect size for this. It's off an old, what do you call it, a 2-man tent that I had years ago. So that's me set up. And then I've got all my bits and pieces there that I need. All my kit laid at the back, so there's plenty room in here like. And then I've got the bar for myself tonight, which in another hour I'm going to start cracking these open like. So I've got 3 cans of Stella, my traditional Baileys, and I've got a hot chocolate in my brew kit, a pip flask of Jack Daniels and a can of Coke. And then in here I've got some vegetables, sorry, that's already like a pre-cut bag, a bag of beef, and then I've got some noodles and a cooked sausage for tomorrow afternoon. And then obviously I've got my Pathfinder set and then my cooking kit there as well. And this is my fire kit. Everything's moving on its own. But yeah, that's me all set up. And then me mucker Rooney is here now as well. He's been here for quite a while, we've just been busy. So he's over there playing around with his 3.5 by 3.5 DD tarp, trying different formations with that. But this is where Rooney's going to be sitting the night. He's got his little comfy mat, and I've got him a nice log to sit on there as well. So he's going to be using part of my table and all. And then that's all his food and stuff for cooking with tonight. And as you can see, we've been getting plenty firewood. We've got some nice logs down the back here, and we've got a few more over there to bring over. Right, good evening everybody and welcome back. We're going to start getting the fire going, but I've set it up different this time. I've made it a sort of like a bit of a bonfire style, old school style, and all I'm going to use is a bit of inner tube and a lighter, because inner tube, believe it or not, if anybody doesn't know it, is a great way for starting fires. Okay, so all I'm going to do is with my knife, nice and safely, I'm just going to cut about 3 strips of this. Okay, and this burns really well. So all I'm going to do is with a lighter, great way to get your fire going if it's horrible weather. Okay, you can see it going there, yeah. And then before it starts setting the light to me, I'm just going to put it into the fire itself. As you can see, that is probably just one bit is going to need to get my fire going. I'm going to take it off the stand so I can take it closer so you can have a look. That's going like the clappers, that, you know, that one bit. There you go, look at that. That's one bit of inner tube put inside, so it's like a bonfire effect. How amazing is that? Okay, so if I use that, right, well, as you can see, the fire worked a treat. Rooney's got the big boy cans, I've got the small boy can because I'm just a young lad, like. Rooney's an old man.
I love redheads. Just get it to you.
Right, and anyway, cheers Rooney, good to see
Cheers.
you again, mate. And cheers everybody, and thank you for watching me videos, really appreciate it. So me and Rooney are going to chill out for a couple of hours in front of the fire. I'll bring you back when we do a bit of cooking, and I'll just see you later. Okay, so thanks for watching so far. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Cheers. Right, good evening everybody. Well, as you can see, the sun has gone down. It's dark now. It's about 6:30 at night. Me and Rooney are going to start making some scran. Rooney's just prepping hares over there, look. And as you can see, I've just put little clips up with wakans. We've made little candle holders. So I've got one there, it's just for a little bit of ambience. And one over there, it actually works really well. And the fire's just mint like. But anyway, that's the last bit of rubbish going on the fire, because we're about to start getting our food on the fire and getting prepped. And as you can see, I've brought probably too much for this pot. I've only got a small billy can, whereas, but I've got a bag here full of beef, so I probably just put half of that in. And then I've got a bag here with some pre-cooked vegetables, pre-cooked vegetables with bits of all sorts in, like. So I'm going to put half and half in, see how full it goes before I put the water in. And then I've got a couple of the beef stock drinks, beef stock things to put in as well. So happy days, like. And Rooney, what you having again, mate? You're having curry and rice, aren't you?
Curry rice.
First of all. These are our first meals. Rooney's brought that much food. I think we're going to be having seconds tonight. So, but that fire is amazing, like.
Oh, you bugger.
That's hot, mate.
George Michael, it's a bit warm.
It's a bit warm. So I'm going to be posh and use the pot hanger, like, because mine needs to be cooked a little bit slower. So all I'm going to do is, like I said, put a bit of meat in the pan, put a bit of the veg in the pan, add a bit of water, put a beef stock in, hang it over there, and then I'll bring you back when it's all ready to go. Okay then, my tea is nearly done, but it just needs a little bit of thickening. So what we're doing is we've got a bit of plain flour and water getting mixed. Rooney's brought some flour to do some cooking with, so he's given us a little bit. And we're just going to put that in, but I'm absolutely Hank Marvin, like, because it's 9 o'clock at night. And I've had no eat since this morning. And Rooney says it needs to be thickened, and it is, like, because it looks lush, like, and it tastes really nice. But I've just added a few more little salts to it as well. This fire is absolutely amazing. It's just kept with lush and warm all night, like, because as soon as you walk out into the back up the far side there, it's freezing out there, like. But I think because of this shelter being sorted here where Rooney's sitting in front of, and then my shelter, it's stopping the wind coming right the way in, so it's absolutely brilliant, like. So having a cracking night from me. I've got a quarter of my glass can left, and then that's me done. So anyway,
Give that a stir and then put it on with the fire. It's got to be brought back to boil.
Oh, there we're going. Look at that, man.
But it needs to cook out the flour, so you need to cook it for at least 5 minutes to see how it's sitting right up.
It's thickening already, that, isn't it?
Aye, so you need 5 minutes on the boil.
And Rooney's made us have an extra dish to wash. Gusty. And then we'll just put this on me little pot hanger. And then grab the top bit.
I get right out of the fire. You want it to be like boiling.
And then swivel it over the top of the fire, and there we're going. Happy days. Right, well, good morning everybody. Got some deers walking around down the bottom of the woods, down the bottom, just around about there on the hill. I don't know if this camera will pick it up like, but yeah, bit of a cold night last night. Yeah, just as I was talking about the deer, my battery died, so I've had to change it, which scared the deer off because I made a clicking noise. Oh, never mind. Well, good morning. It's about 7:15. It's a glorious morning. Chilly though. This air mat is crap. I felt all the cold coming from the ground through it because I didn't bring a foil blanket whereas to put underneath it. I just wanted to test it and see what it was like without one, and yeah, and I woke up halfway through the night and it was deflated a bit, so I had to roll off it, blow it up and jump back on it and get back to sleep. But it was cold. It's definitely still cold now. Like, what's the temperature? It's -3 this morning. Let's have a look and see what it goes to when it recalibrates itself. -2. It's now -2, so it's a cold morning. So they said it was going to be on the weather, so they're correct. But it's glorious, like, isn't it? Excuse the rubbish in the background, but look at that, man. Rooney's probably still fast asleep, like, but yeah, I'm wide awake. Good night last night, really good night. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle too much this morning. I'm just going to get myself sorted, get organised, get tied up a little bit, and obviously try not to make too much noise to wake Rooney up. Anyway, I'll see you all in a bit. Right, there you go. Nice easy started fire this morning. Got a bit more of the wood from over there. Built a bit of a bonfire type shape. Hired a couple of bits of inner tube in it again. Nice, quick and easy. Need bushcraft skills, just survival skills. Alright, it's cold and we needed fire on. Rooney's up out of his pit as well, over the back end there. Sleep alright, Rooney?
Aye, I did. Just me. Show you.
We'll have a look at his sleeping bag that he brought. Mind, considering it got down to -5 last night. Alright, I don't know if you can see the fields, but the fields look white. It's that frosty, like. But Rooney slept in this very, very minute.
Adventure Ridge Aldi Special comfort rating plus 10.4 centigrade. So you can feel, obviously, it's just a mesh net underneath here.
Aye.
So it was a little bit chilly around the willy, but it was worse around the arse.
But he had his softy jacket and trousers on and all though.
Oh,
just as well, like. He's probably slept warmer than me. Oh.
Aye, coffee time.
Aye, well, as you can see, the fires are going. Right, so anyway, we're going to get a brew in that, get get ourselves organised, get tidied up a bit as well, like the camp area is a bit of a nightmare. Like Rooney's got fried breakfast for this morning, so hey, happy days. I think I'll take my pot away from the fire then and keep that for later on this afternoon. Right, fire's going well. These homemade candles with the cans and the little tea lights in worked a treat last night. Didn't have any main source of light on last night at all. I forgot my little light, like, in any way, so it's just as well, but they worked a treat, like, so I think we'll be doing that more often. So anyway, enough waffle so far this morning. See you in a bit. Well, as you can see, Rooney's started cooking part of our breakfast, so we just had to wait till the fire died down a bit. So just been sitting having a few brews and chatting away. So Rooney's doing his master chef thing this morning. So what we're having this morning, Breckies wise?
Sausage, bacon, egg, wraps.
Now you heard it first from Chef Extraordinaire.
No, Chef Extraordinaire. I said extraordinaire. But yeah. Excuse the mess, it's just I'm a bit kerfuffled this morning. Yeah,
it was a good night last night, wasn't it, mate?
It was.
What a good crack, like. It was a good laugh. Obviously, it was a bit too raw for camera footage, but yeah. Aye, cracking night, like. But we're gonna get the breakfast.
Your tongues is worn out.
His tongues are worn out. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll get everything else prepped and cooked, and then we'll show you what we're eating. So see you in a bit. Right, so breakfast this morning, we're having a full English, what is it? A breakfast wrap.
A breakfast wrap.
Breakfast wrap made by Rooney. It's got 2 eggs going in, being cooked with what oil is it?
Chili oil.
Chili oil. And then obviously already made up on the grill, in the pan as well. We've got bacon and sausage.
One bit of bacon. 1 sausage. 2 sausages.
Right, so we've got our wrap here on my table. I'm just going to add a little bit of ketchup to it. As you can't beat a bit of ketchup, can you? Let's put my rubbish on the bottom for now. Oh, bit of rubbish there. Lovely. And then there's an art to folding them. So I'm going to get the bottom part. Just going to put that up a bit so I don't lose my sausage. No worse than losing your sausage, is there? Nowadays, it's not going to work. I'm doing it upside down. Well, that bit there. Fold that bit over. And fold that bit over. Happy days.
Keep it tight.
Alright, keep it folded nice and tight. Now we have a fried breakfast wrap. It's, as you can see, it's nice and sealed on the bottom there. Spin these around a bit. He's gonna have a look at my ugly mush. Right, so I've just took a little bit of the bread away so I can get a bit of the egg, bacon and sausage in one go. Absolutely delicious, that. I'm going to finish this off camera, and then I'm going to get a brew on the go for me and Rooney while Rooney's making his. So what about a little breakfast that never had one of them before. Happy days, like, happy days. See you in a bit. Right, hi everybody. Right, this is the end of the video, I'm afraid. So I've been busy doing lots of other different tasks and everything as well. So as you can see, the fire's out. Okay, nicely put out. Rooney's put loads of water on it and give it a good stir and everything, and it's excellent. We've tied up all the area, put all the bits of wood that we've got left over underneath the new shelter, so we'll test that and see how dry it is next time I come up. Rooney's all packed up. Had a good day, mate. Good night. It's cracking, wasn't it? Good to be back out. So, and there's my kit there. So I've just been doing a video on that tent, which as you'll see probably before this one. So yeah, happy days like. So had a cracking breakfast cooked by Rooney this morning. I'm still full. I had some of me beef stew from last night left over. That's been put out for the animals. So I think they'll enjoy that because it was nice like. But yeah, good to be back out in the woods for overnighter, and hopefully many more to come. So once again, everybody, thank you very much for clicking on the video and tuning in. It's well appreciated. Please leave a comment down below, and if you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Okay, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, do us a favour, hit that button. Okay, and just for everybody that is subscribers, out of everybody that's subscribed to my channel, which is over 3,500 people, there's only actually 400 and odd people actually pressed that notification button and put the notifications up on YouTube itself. So please do us a favour, it really helps the channel if you do that. Notification bell, and also put the notifications up on your YouTube bit yourselves as well. Okay, so anyway, enough waffling. I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay, so cheers everybody, see you later.